Happy New Year. Thank you, my co-host studio audience, for braving 6-degree weather today here in New York. Yes, and being here and helping to heat things up. I hope you had a wonderful, enjoyable holiday. We were off for 2 weeks here on Wendy, and I had a pretty good time. I apologize for yesterday. The bad weather had me stranded in Puerto Rico by way of the BVI. And no, it wasn't on the beach. It was because all the airports here were closed. You know, I talked to you on Facebook. Anyway, but during vacation, I got a lot accomplished. I had a girls' sleepover. Yeah, grown women. We're all gonna be 50 this year. Look, I had a girls' sleepover and it was great. They arrived like 5 o'clock and left like 10 o'clock the next morning. And what did we do? Sat around in our robes at the kitchen table and talked and ate and drank and talked. It was fun. Then I fried chicken, which is a big deal because I hate the way it makes the house smell, but my Kevins love my fried chicken. And I just put my foot into it like an old woman from the South. And they love it. I went to the club on date night, ran into Prodigy from Mobb Deep there. I watched, oh my gosh, I discovered a new show, Paternity Court. Have you ever seen it? Yes. The lighting is so good and her makeup, this judge. The makeup is good and she lays it down. I saw at least 15 Odd Couple marathons on New Year's Day, they play that. I love the Odd Couple. I discovered Mob Wives for this season. I haven't seen it the whole, Mob Wives is good this season, okay? And I wrapped up, you know, my holiday by going on vacation. It was a special vacation because it's the first time I ever went on a vacation where there was no TV, which means you really have to like who you're with, you know? We survived. But there was no TV, no telephone service. It was just us. It was like Gilligan's Island. And when I got there, you know how as soon as you go like to a hot spot, you drop your bags and you put on your bathing suit and you go right to the pool. So first you have to stop at the shop and you buy your ointment. So I put my bathing suit on and I have a nice, you know, little one-piece retro, you know, action. I'm feeling sexy, you know? And so here he goes. You didn't think about me? I said, what do you mean? He said, come on, unleash. I was like, I didn't bring a bikini this time, if you don't mind. He said, well, when we go to the shop to get the ointment, I'm buying you a bikini. Now, mind you, as a big girl, this was my first time ever, like walking into a shop, like one of those little girls though, and buy a bikini. And so I took the picture and I put it on my Facebook and everybody was saying it wasn't me. And here it is. That is me. My boobs do look smaller because everything looks bigger on TV, but not there. You know, that's my ugly mark to cover my tummy tuck because I'd rather have that tattoo than have the tummy tuck mark. My stomach stays flat because I go to the gym and I starve. I work out and I do stuff, and that's my wig for vacation this time because on the other side of that picture, there's a bed laying in the middle of the ocean, and I like to swim out there, and I didn't want all the hair dragging behind me or pin it up like this. So that's vacation, and so the one thing I could say for entertainment, even though there was no TV, I had a stack of magazines like this, and I was pouring through them and thinking about you the whole time. Let's talk. About Dwayne, Wade, and Gabrielle Unions. Well, so they've been together for like 3 years. The holiday started off great. She announced that they were engaged. She showed off her $1 million ring, 8.5 carats on Twitter. It's gorgeous. But like Candy wrote for Kim, the ring doesn't mean a thing to me. Not when your side piece just had a baby 6 months ago. Well, now, 6 weeks ago, excuse me. 6 weeks. 6 weeks before Dwayne proposed, he fathered a child with another woman. The woman gave birth 6 weeks before the proposal. So, you know, that was one of those twist his arm and make him marry you kind of rings. So, the ring. Anyway, Dwayne says that he and Gabrielle were on a break at the time the baby was conceived. Well, social media and my Hot Topics team, we dialed back and did the math. According to social media, Gabrielle and Dwayne were still close around the time of conception. That would have been last February. Then we looked on some of her Twitter posts at that time. Well, here's one on Valentine's Day. So I think that saying that they were on a break was probably publicists trying to, clean the story up to make it seem like, even though a break, I've talked to you about this before, a break. Now, I'm not gonna say breaks don't work because I'm sure there are many people watching who've been in relationships, you take a break, you get back together and your love is stronger than ever. But to me, a break after years of being married, that's a license to cheat. Or get your life, or do, I can't guarantee you I'm gonna be as pure when we take a break as I am right here while we fight. A break. Hey, Suzanne.
Yes.
I like your holiday sweater.
Thank you, it's camouflage. I didn't know if you would recognize me, see me.
Yes, no, I see you. Listen, you've been married since forever to Brendan.
Yes, forever.
Would you take a break and still be as pure when you get back?
Heck no.
Okay. Anyway, so back to Gabrielle and this Dwayne Wade. I wish you well. A lot of people are still a little bit murky as to whether Gabrielle got involved with Dwayne while he was married to his ex-wife, who's his child's mother, Savannah, who lives in Chicago. She's probably laughing at this whole thing, okay? But he's got a couple of kids with his ex, Savannah, Siobhan, and then there was overlapping perhaps when he got together with Gabrielle Unions. And now the baby's mother, who just delivered this baby 6 weeks ago, has been allegedly in Dwayne's life for years, like as many as 5 to 9 years, which means that this is a girl who is a bitter, scorned woman. She's cute too. Cute like in that Drea from Basketball Wives LA kind of way. A little light girl with a big weave or real hair or whatever it is. You get what I'm saying. I've missed you. Look, look. You gotta figure, okay, so if this girl's been messing around with him for years, and now she's had his baby, first of all, jackpot, but also emotionally speaking, as a woman, it's not enough just to have a baby. We wanna feel loved, and we're soft and pink, and she will never get that from him. And if she's been his ride or die side piece for years, she probably can't stand Gabrielle more than she can't stand Siobhan, because Gabrielle came along and is now got the ring and marrying him, and Gabrielle's 41. She can still pop out a baby or two, I don't know, that's a headache. I might have to give that ring back on the strength of the trouble that this baby's mother's causing. Now, if you Google around on the internet after the show, I don't have time to go all into it. This girl is a hot mess. She's scandalous. She has the baby's mother. She has no shame, and she's going to make Gabrielle's life from this point on embarrassing and unbearable. Go to the internet and look. It's very, very sad. But you know what? Sometimes they say, like for instance, if Gabrielle overlapped with his ex-wife Siobhan, then karma is coming back to get Gabrielle. Much like if that is, much like, Tori Spelling, I totally get, why there, excuse me? No. I totally get why there might be trouble in Tori Spelling's 7-year marriage to Dean McDermott. Dean is very cute. He's very cute. But you know how they met? They met on the set of a movie for Lifetime, much like Eddie Cibrian and Leanne Rimes. They met on the set. She was married with no kids, and he was married for years with a couple of kids. And then they met. And then their love blossomed. And then they got divorces. But their exes are not like Brandy. Brandy Glanville, still talking. All right, so they met and they fell in love, and sometimes first marriages aren't the ones, and cheating can be overlooked for the purpose of the bigger love. Okay, fine. They have a beautiful family. They have 4 children. According to Us Weekly magazine, though, Dean allegedly had an affair with a 28-year-old woman named Emily Goodhand. Emily is claiming that Dean told her that he loves Tori, but they have a sexless marriage. Attention, side pieces and future side pieces. This is what stupid men say all the time. I'm surprised he threw in that he loved her, though. At least that was a decent thing to do, because normally it's, I don't love her anymore, and we never have sex. Anyway, this Emily, she's in her 20s, and they had their thing allegedly up in Canada where he was doing one of those chopped Canada, Top Chef. He's like a cook. But so they've been married for 7 years, and the word is that this is not his first time, I might add, if these allegations are true. Tori, they say, turns a blind eye to it because Tori is focusing on paying bills. When her father, Aaron Spelling, passed away, it's alleged that she only got $800,000 and her mom, Candy, got the $500 million fortune. And so Tori's working to pay the bills, and reality TV is her bill-paying thing. And I guess if this is true, she can't see through. Like, I would rather be whole on the inside and get rid of Dean, if this is the case, and then start a whole new reality show, because she likes reality TV, about Tori's divorced with with 4 kids, Tori's dating and paying bills. But, all right, so on one hand, you have Dean, and people say, well, he allegedly might have been using her all along, and, allegedly a serial cheat. And then on the other hand, you have Tori, and they say she turns a blind eye, but also this reality TV, she needs to pay her bills. And they've lived their life. They have these cute reality shows, not the ones where there's wig pulling and cursing and stuff, but like they had, as a family, Home Sweet Hollywood, Tori in Love, Storybook Wedding, Cabin Fever. That's 4 right there. And then they have their 5th one coming out in the spring on HGTV. Oh, that's the Cabin Fever one in the spring. So I was reading another article, because there's so many of them. They were saying that, well, Tori might want to hold this marriage together because they have to be believable in the spring when this cute family shows up on HGTV. Not for nothing, it makes it more interesting to watch the show to see how everybody fakes the funk. Like, here's your breakfast. I hope this is not true, but Tori, you posted some pretty weird comments on your this is what she says, over the holidays. Because these things have been this talk has been going on for months right now, and now it's like an all-time scream. You pick up any magazine, you're gonna see it. Here's what she posts over the holidays. We're spending the day together, cuddling, cooking, baking, unwrapping gifts, eating, watching movies, and counting our blessings. Tori, thou dost protest too much. We'll be watching, we're forced to, the stories everywhere. All right, so Madonna is already causing controversy, and we're only 7 days into the new year. She came under fire for posting this photo on Instagram. That is her very cute 13-year-old son, Rocco, holding the official drink of every old lady everywhere, Bombay. You know that blue drink? It's gin. My girlfriend Lisa loves gin. She's loved it ever since we were like 25. I'm like, what are you, an old lady? Anyway, there's the Bombay, and these are his 2 13-year-old friends holding some other liquor bottles. Madonna's at the party, and they posted this. She's coming under fire. I have a 13-year-old. I would crack his skull, throw him down the steps, and run him over with my truck, okay? But that's because my kid will be applying for college and applying for jobs, and I guess when you're Rocco Madonna's son, then you never have to apply for anything, so you can do things like this because there'll never be a boss to judge you. Madonna was supposedly at the party. He's a nice-looking boy, isn't he? But at 13-year-old, you know what? Mark Consuelos has a 13-year-old. I want to talk to him about this when he comes out. So Madonna gets back on social media when she sees that everybody's... First of all, clap if you go along with this picture, if this is fine with you. Really? You all are corny. I'm playing. I think Madonna's the corny one. I think that she's just wealthy and out of touch. Like, how are you gonna raise your kids with no TV in the house? Which, by the way, we've all read the articles. Am I correct, Madonnanistas? There's no TV in the house. But see, this is what happens. You try to police your kids so much when they're growing up that by the time they're 13, they're posing with Bombay, and God only knows what else is going on at the party. Madonna fired back, though, claiming that they weren't drinking and told everyone to calm down and get a sense of humor. Nope, I'm not calming down, and I don't have a sense of humor. Not with that, nope. That's not cool. So pop star Kesha. Did you hear about this? She entered rehab over the weekend, not for drugs, for an eating disorder. I know. Well, she released this. No, well, see, that's a different Kesha. But you know, eating disorders come in all shapes and sizes. You know what I'm saying? Well, here's the statement that she released. I'm a crusader for being yourself and loving yourself, but I found it hard to practice. I'll be unavailable for the next 30 days seeking treatment for my eating disorder to learn to love myself again exactly as I am. I had no idea that Kesha even cared what other people thought about her, you know, in terms of her looks. You know how there's some people in life that you just, they're so kind of cool and on their own planet, you just figure that they don't care. Like Kesha's been here before on this, like she was just so cool and in her own world. She seemed like she didn't give a damn. And I like people like that. But apparently she does care about her weight and about other things. Her mom, however, is reportedly blaming her music producer, David Luke, or Dr. Luke, for her eating disorder. This is Dr. Luke. According to TMZ, Dr. Luke has repeatedly criticized Kesha's weight, even called her a big fat refrigerator. What I can't figure out is why didn't he get his pink slip at the first word, which would be big. Now, do we have any other pictures of Kesha? Kesha's like the rest of us, you know. She, see, I like that she grapples with her weight and that it matters because I think it's like most of us. Am I talking for you? Isn't it like most of us? We care about our weight. Well, anyway, that's not what she looks like now, but that's what she looked like. I don't know. You know, she goes, look at this, okay? So it makes her more relatable. I'll tell you what, okay? Because I throw down on vacation. I drink fattening drinks. I eat full fat bacon. I eat so much cheese. Like I just let it go. So when we get to the little tiny airport in Virgin Gorda, and they're weighing the luggage, because you take a little tiny plane over to Puerto Rico, then you take the Puerto Rico plane to JFK, all right? They're weighing the luggage, and when nobody was looking, I jumped up on the luggage scale. I gained 5 pounds, but look, don't judge me, look. Because I have issues with food too. Look, that was at 4 o'clock in the afternoon when I weighed myself, which means that was after full fat breakfast bacon, a breakfast omelet, 2 martinis, a whole bunch of water. So I figure the 5 pounds is really 3 pounds. And the stress of trying to fly back here to be here for this show made me lose the other 2, so I'm back to normal. All right, so we have lots of juicy celebrity romance news to report. It's time for hookups and breakups. Hit it. All right. Demi Moore apparently is no longer with her yoga instructor boyfriend. She's got a new one. There he is. This is a better picture of him than the second picture. See this picture right here? That's okay. He's 27 years old and she's 50. About to bite a zero off. Wait a minute, this is very lukewarm. Wait, you guys don't like this, 27 and 50? Clap if you don't like it. Clap if you don't like it. I like it, but for only 1 or 3 whirls. I don't like it to take away. I always feel like it, you know, I'm saying 50 now because the calendar is turned. I'll be 50 in July, so 50. Look, listen. He's 27 years old and he's a drummer and she's 51. Same difference as 50. I feel like we can get 27-year-old boys to holler at us, but after 1 or 3 times swirling around and, you know, doing our thing, they're laughing at us. Like they're using us and I don't care how rich, how pretty, how whatever, how youthful. Look, she looks youthful, but she's still 51. And he's still 27. And he doesn't want her for anything more than a couple of bragging rights. And my ego wouldn't let me rest with that. Like, I just could not do that. Anyway, Demi happened to have been on a double date vacation. Her 25-year-old daughter, Rumor, was there with her boyfriend. That's why they call it Hollyweird. Look, it's now time for holiday breakups. All right. Supermodel Kate Upton, 21 years old, and Maxim Smirkovsky, who's 33, are no longer together. Well, I told you this wouldn't last. I told you he doesn't like fat. Listen, let me tell you something about this Maxim. Now, he wasn't my partner on Dancing with the Stars, but he impresses me. You know how there's some guys who you just, instinctively know the way they carry themselves that they don't tolerate a lot of things like weave or makeup or fat or thin or undereducated or whatever. I never heard him say it, but I know he can't tolerate fat. And no, she's not fat, but she's a thicker version of what a supermodel is today. And I said in the beginning that he was only using her to get publicity, so we talk about, he's a nice looking man though, right? And I like that he's mean mugging us, you know, that thing. Anyway, they were together for 6 months. He got his publicity. The official reason is that their schedules were too busy for each other. He doesn't like a thick girl. I'm telling you, it's only for publicity. Anyway, Maxim, if you really wanted to get us talking, then you would have been a better guest judge on Dancing with the Stars, and you would have gotten that job, and that would have had us talking for seasons to come.